Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. Give me 1 second. Still setting up a few things. About done though. There we go. Trying to find my place is what I'm doing for where I left off. I know it was 200 and something. Kyle Dunbar, hey, Queen City Bricks, hello, how are you? Thank you for signing in. Brooks Bricks, Brick Sergeant, Luckiest Loser, Greg Bissett, Aussie Adams Bricks, Kip Hoffman, Brooks Bricks, Paul Bot. Hey, how you doing? He says I'm starting too early. He's not even home. Well, that might be a good thing. That way you can't harass me as much, Paul. Anyway, though, I know I left off, and it was on... There we are. Right there. So I'm on step 266. And I was looking for these two pieces the last time I looked. And I got to start going through my bins again. Hope everybody's been having a good week. Whiskey Shred, how are you, my friend? Long time no see. The biggest problem with the pieces I'm looking for is there's only one of in the whole set. So I think that's what's making finding it so difficult. Best place to find that bus stop, those types of windows anyway, is Bricklink. I don't believe Bricks and Pieces, I don't believe they're in stock on there right now. The only place I know you can find them is on Bricklink. Well, if you've seen them at the Pick-a-Brick store, generally they should be on the Bricks and Pieces website. Then I know it's a part that's still manufactured. It's just I'm not sure where. I know they're not on Pick-a-Brick. Let me put it that way. What I think I might end up doing is skipping this part, and then as the pieces get a little lower, it might be easier to see it. Holy crap. I am just not seeing that part. I know I need this. Thank you so much, Paul. And let me add you down. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. Alex, how are you? I haven't seen you on in a while, buddy. Hey, Raven, how you doing? And glad to hear it, Alex. Correct me if I'm wrong, you're back in school now, so hopefully school's going for you. Hey, how you doing, Kenneth Swan? Brooks Bricks says must be at a red light donating. I think I'm just going to skip trying to find that piece for now and go ahead and do some tiling. Paul must have his... I got you, Paul. Paul must have his phone set up on auto donate like Kyle was doing there for a while. All gray. No need to be sorry at all, Alex. So hopefully you're having a good school year, buddy. So I know at least my daughter is back in school now. She went back last week? Yeah, last week. And thank you so much, Kenneth Swan, putting your name down as another entry into the raffle. And wow, and Kyle. I don't know why my pins just don't want to write. And Aussie Adams, thank you so much. Putting you down with a 5 next to you. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. For anybody that doesn't know what everybody's talking about and why they're putting money in the pond, so to speak, is after this is all done and I get all my videos made, I am going to be, hey, how you doing, G. Williams? I'm going to be raffling this off with all the people that have donated during the streams, and then I'll do one final video announcing that, and then I'll be raffling it off during that. Dueling dollars, yes, absolutely. Mel, how you doing? What I need, there we go. So it's this one. Need 2 6s. John, how are you? Well, it's always fun to have people help you with your builds. And say hello to my little friend, the the air conditioner. It ain't gonna be long, and it's gonna be the furnace though. I am doing great. Thanks for asking. Hey, Steve. Hopefully you had a good day, my friend. And Brick Sergeant, 1 second. I will get you as well. Got you down as a 5er. I don't know if anybody watched, everybody watched my vlog or not. I also have another one of their sets that I'm going to be building hopefully soon. I got to get this behemoth put together first. Get on there. There you go. And it's a really cool set. I wish I had, thank you, Kyle, putting you down for 10. Everything is going great, and I hope things are going good for you too, Kyle. Yeah, 12 hours is a long day every day. I get that. Yeah, I couldn't do that. When I used to work in the mill, I used to work 16-hour shifts, at least 3 or 4 days a week. And it got old quick. Thank you, John. He says the vlog was good. Hey, Scott's Blocks, how are you, my friend? What am I? Oh, I'm looking for. There they are. I could have there it is. There's one of them anyway. Just need 3 more. I'm gonna go ahead and just start doing a $1 for entry. So if somebody does $10, it's 10 entries. So $1 per entry, as many donations as you want. Brent Donahue, hey, how you doing? But yeah, the other night, because Kyle kept donating like that, and I felt bad for him to have constantly donate. So I changed it to where, like, if you do a $20 donation, it's 20 raffle tickets. Figure that way it makes it easier for people instead of having to sit there and do a $1. So anybody that has donated, I do have the dollar amounts wrote next to them. So if you donate $2, it's 2 tickets. If it's $1, it's 1 ticket, so on and so forth. We need one more. But I figure that saves people from having to sit there and just keep having to hit it. I need a 1x4. I got him wrote down for a 10. So he did $2 and a 10. Kenneth did $1. Kyle did $1. Aussie Adams did 5. Brick Sargent did 5, and then you did 10 also, Kyle. Or did I just miss it a minute ago? Oh, my mistake. Paul Bott, I got you down for $1, or $10. And thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Sorry, you are absolutely right, Kyle. I did miss that one. That's pretty good, Paul. Kyle's looking out for you. Kyle Knapp, let me make sure I clear that up. After he builds his Harry Potter set, next he'll be working on Star Wars. That should be a lot of fun. Star Wars is always cool. There. 1, 2. And there, now I can hear myself think again. I totally know you want it fairly. I totally get that, Kyle, and that's awesome of you to point that out. 1, 2, 3. Paul says surprises him too. No, Kyle, like Kyle said, he wants to be fair and square about it. Kyle's a stand-up individual. G. Williams, the raffle is for the set that I'm building. After I'm done building it, I am going to be giving it to one of the many people that have donated during the streams. And it's $1 per ticket. And like Greg had just said, it's a set from LighTake. This set is the set that I designed, and they decided to make it a actual set that you can purchase, of course with my permission. And that's part of the reason why I'm building it online, so that way everybody can see it. I'm basically demoing it, making sure there's nothing wrong with it, and then I'm going to make some corrections to it. And once everything's said and done, I'm even going to sign the bottom of it And I'll even include a letter to whoever I send it to. And Kyle says, thank you, Bevan's Bricks. I try my hardest. I know you do, Kyle. 1, 2, 3. Now I got to do... I just came across one of the pieces I was looking for earlier. And the other one. Isn't that... See, I told you if I just went ahead and moved along, I'd find them. Now, I'm looking for a jumper plate. There it is. And Brooks Bricks just threw in 3 for the ring also. Thank you, Matt. I will get that right now. Thank you again so much, Matt. Well, crap. I'd looked ahead. Oh, good. It was easy to find. So say I needed 2 of that piece. And Kyle Dunbar got 10 more out. Hold on 1 second, Kyle, and I will write that down. And again, thank you so much, guys. It makes me feel good to know that you guys all want this so much. Kyle says, here we go. I'm going to get it out. Not rain, but pour. It's here, so let the hurricane, guys. Y'all are amazing and such great friends. And that's very awesome of you to say, Kyle. So just in this stream alone, Kyle, I already got you down for 10, 20, 22. Thank you again so much, Kyle. I appreciate that. And now I need... It sucks having to keep going back through all the different bins. 1, 2, 3. And now, I need 1. Why? There they are. Paul says, I'm done. Let the roasting begin. And Brick Sergeant says, we are brick buddies. And totally understand, Rob. And Greg Bissett, thank you so much. Greg just jumped in for 2. there. That also makes it easier when people donate that way, because then I don't have to keep writing them over and over again either. And do I... Let me scoot that up just a little bit more for you guys. If I don't knock it down anyway. Well, the problem is I have to deal with all their changes and such. Not so much their changes, but the way that they have the parts sorted. And there are some changes too that they did have to make to this as far as the part availability, of which they're still supposed to be sending me one of the changes. 1, 2. Some of this, I honestly thought I did it differently. I don't remember using solid plates through the back of it, but that's how the instructions are, so I'm building it like I got it. Because the instructions were made from the pieces were put in here made from my instructions. And I do want to point out that these are amazing instructions made by Paul Roos. Matt says, more bricks, Kyle. And good evening to you, eccentric bricks. I don't know why I always struggle saying that. Circus. Hey, I got you, Kyle. Thank you so much, buddy. They guilted you into it, I see. Bricks, 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 bricks. John says if he was to win, he'd have to give it to someone. He doesn't have the room. It's so huge. It would seriously sit in a bin for a few years. That's a massive building. It is a big building. And it's hard to read everything, Kyle, and try and build. I can either build or I can read. So I'm sorry if I did miss a comment. I'm looking for... find the parts anyway. I had another. Holy crap. Dude. Yeah, Scott did just drop the bomb. Holy cow, dude. So I got you down for 50. Thank you so much, Scott. That. I like what Greg said. Scott just dropped the mic. Now I'm dropping pieces. I can see I'm going to have a chat with Paul in Discord later. And yes, that was an earth-shaking kaboom. There it is. Get on there. Those are right here. Kyle says Scott's blocks just dropped the nuke. Oh, I got you. Okay, the 100 would be a nuke. I got you. Well, I guess 50 would be the atom bomb. And that was dropping a heck of a lot. 1x4, 1x8. Get off there. Yes, and you do some amazing fire trucks, luckiest loser. I need 3 more. Kyle Knapp says the Lego Indiana Jones hard to set for me to build, easy to go Lego, and I really enjoy building Lego sets. Lego sets are fun, don't get me wrong. I love building them myself. They're actually very relaxing to do. But I love doing customizing also. And yeah, you are always in trouble. Berkeley Bricks, hey, how you doing? Paul Bot's always in for it, Kyle. Part of Paul's problem is he's an anal freak. What I mean by that is he is like above and beyond organized, which is nice. But he has a very tidy build space, so he knows exactly where every single part is. And his mind, that's why we call him the bot. His mind can't handle any type of disorganization. I need 3 more. Yeah, I got your number, Paul. 1, 2. So I need 8. 8, 10, 10. Tommy Nilsson. Holy crap. What is SEK? And he says, I like your content. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Tommy. I'm going to write it down as 50. until I can do, until I know what 50 actually is. But again, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I see low bow. Oh, about the ear? Oh, I'm used to it from him. Paul's like a lot of things. I'm trying to figure out how I can say it politely. Full of hot air. There we go. Yes, I actually do have a doghouse in the yard just for Paul. It's very small and comfortable, and it has a chain attached. Because Paul likes collars. Tom, thank you, Tommy. He said, Tommy, it's 5. So now I can write that down. Kyle says, doing my best to keep Lego sets and make sure everything is good. Kyle talking to Brick Sergeant. Okay, I think I'm caught up. 1, 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4. It's all right. Paul keeps messing with me. Whoever builds this is going to have an even harder time putting it together. Because believe it or not, it was organized pretty well. And I don't think that I will be able to organize it quite as well as they did when I go to disassemble this. I'm going to try and keep it neat and orderly if I can, but we all know my neat and orderly. Yes, but I can't say what it is, Paul. But you are definitely full of something. Nobody can hear the TV, I hope. I have Lord of the Rings playing in the background. Oop, did I miss a step? That's got to have another. Hey, Jonathan C., how you doing? Kyle says nope. Hey, Dale, how you doing? Excuse the ringing for a minute. Apologize for the feedback that I'm sure people were getting. Jumper. Tommy Nielsen says, just started a Lego City with my kid and spending way too much time on it already. Any tips of the start? Still collecting base plates for the whole thing. First thing is take your time and enjoy it. By the way, thank you so much, Easy Craftsman. That is awesome of you. And putting you down for 5 entries, buddy. Hope you're doing good, my friend. I haven't talked to you in I know at least a good week or two. The biggest thing I always try to tell everybody as far as tips for building a city, start small. When I say start small, only do like a 3 base plate by 6 base plate, or something along that line. If you want to train, do like a 4 by 6 or a 4 by 8 base plate. When I say base plate, 32 by 32 base plates. But always start small, especially when you have kids. It's usually better, because normally what I would do when my kids were little and they were the ones that were actually playing with most of the stuff that I would build, I always built everything in dollhouse style except for the modular buildings. And part of the reason that I would do that, I only did my cities were only 2 base plates deep. That way it doesn't matter which side of the display that they were on, they could play. So on this side it would be the street and the front of the buildings, and then on the back side it would be the inside of the buildings, dollhouse style, or it would be the modular buildings where they could open them up and play with them. So always try to keep that in mind as far as a playability feature. I know being an adult and wanting to play with it and do it, I know you're probably apt to want to do it more adult themed. I'm not sure what your kids' ages are, but I always try to keep in mind, at least when my kids were growing up, I always tried to make it very playable. The table height, I never put more than 24 inches off the ground, so that way when they were standing there, it was right face level, things of that nature. I hope that helps a little anyway. Hey, Thomas, how are you? And he says, it's your fellow tradesman from North California. Love the smock of yours, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. And yes, Easy Craftsman did emerge from the shadows. Easy Craft. That, now I get it, my precious. Because that's what I'm listening to. Yeah, well, I don't know if you could see it or not, but right there it is on the TV. But I try to keep the noise down so that way nobody can hear it. Kyle says 3 by 6 base plates is what his museum's going to be, and that's a really good size. That's a very nice size, and thank you so much for the plug there, Greg. And absolutely, Dale, I totally agree with you. That's why I say build dollhouse style. Like the new city sets and stuff are great. And hold on while I'm looking for... there it should be. How old are your kids, Dale? Or I'm sorry, Tommy. Because to me, that would be a really big question, is how old the kids are. Because that would make a difference as to the way that I would style a city. And now I got to start bricking again. So I need my 2x3s. Red, my precious. And yes, definitely check out Brick Addict as well. But anyway, back to the building. Like I said, because a lot of things do. That's what I missed. A lot of the things do depend on your kids' ages as well. When I first started doing Lego city building for my kids, I'm trying to think, they were roughly, it's been so long now. I'm going to say they were probably like 6 and 10 were my two oldest. And my youngest was just still playing with her dolls. And then as they got older, the cities became a little bit more in depth. And then basically the kids grew out of them and Daddy took over. Tommy says, great advice, actually building a dollhouse style at the moment. Me mainly just started with railroad around 4 by 6 meters. So just at the waiting for road plates and base plates are coming. That is another thing that I would say is as far as, because it's a kid's city and you can still buy them, I would just do basic road plates. No sense in doing brick built roads like I do, Mills Plates roads. So that is a really good decision. But again, like I said, because now that what you're saying, I'm assuming your kids are younger. So dollhouse style is the best. Pretty much all of the Lego City Line sets, even the ones they just came out with, are going to be coming out with some more here very soon. But they're all dollhouse style anyway, so those would be great buildings. And if you want to mock them out, you could buy, say, 2 of the apartment building and just build them directly right on top of each other, and then it kind of gives you the allure of a skyscraper, and it's still dollhouse style, so it still gives them that playability feature to be able to play inside the back of them. And exactly, perfect. So perfect. Dollhouse style is perfect for a 6-year-old. Hey, Aiden J, how are you? He says, just found all the CMFs at Barnes & Nobles. That is awesome, my friend. Thank you so much for letting me know that. And Kyle, thank you for that donation. Putting you down for 2 more, my friend. Bar 2. I'm going to have a talk with you too, I see. Dale says, if you're just starting to build, look at the new city plates, a lot of the playability and customization. He is right on that, and what he's referring to is the new city road plates. 2, 3, 4 are really great. I actually made a couple different versions of Mills plates using the new city road plates, and I personally love them. Some people, a lot of us, even I, complained about those road plates when they first came out. And after I played with them for a bit, I really found that I enjoyed them. And the advantage is because you're just now starting out. So really, that's one of the really big advantages, because if you're buying the new city sets, they come with the roads. You don't need road plates. They come with that new style of road. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, hold on, let me grab one just so I can show you. I'm referring to these guys. Actually, I'll do it this way. I'm referring to these road plates right here, because this is what all the new Lego City sets come with, is this road plate system already. And they actually, most of those sets already have the road. Well, all those sets do come with the road, and then you could just buy a couple more of those to add more road. And the nice thing with those is because your roads can actually be more narrow, which will give you more flexibility to be able to add the train and such as well. Oh no, I'm sure I can stuff 2 in there, Kyle. Matt was saying, and the ifs is if I go to the dark side, we'll be using road plates for Mills. And to me, that is the best way as far as affordability for doing the Mills system, is to use the new Lego road plates. That is by far the best way. If you're going to go Mills plates, is to do the new road plates. They are actually cheaper and they give you more space. There they are. So I gotta do that. I am just gonna pull as many of these out as I can right now, just so I don't have to keep coming back to this container. Now I got to get the red bricks. Oh, I can understand that, but a lot of times what you'll find, where is that part? But like I said, if you're buying the newer sets, they already come with them. That's why I was suggesting that, because in the long run, it'll probably save you some money due to the fact that all the... So that was one of the things I liked about all the new City Line sets. Don't get me wrong. I feel like they, lack of a better word, cheesed them up a little, because the city sets used to be a little bit more detailed than they are now. And again, this is just my thoughts and feelings on it, but with the way that they cheesed them up, and I think part of the reasoning behind that, part of the thought process with that, and I'm calling it cheesed it up, but I think part of the process of that was to try and keep the costs down still, and then offer the roads with them as well, instead of always having to force people to go out and buy roads. Because I know, like when I was a kid, I used to get city sets, and I used to get space sets and all kinds of things, and I really didn't have any roads. The only roads that I personally had were the roads that actually came with my sets. So the road plates that I had were very limited, where now every set you build, and like I said, with your kids being 6, so come Christmas time, you could buy him a couple city sets, and right there he's got a whole bunch of roads. That's what's really cool about it. Kyle said, I think Kyle's saying he doesn't want to sleep with you, Paul. So actually, it's probably a good thing. And what did I needed? I needed this one. No, I don't blame you either, Kyle. You want your own space. Oop, I need the smaller. These dudes. And this was how, I'm hoping you guys can see in the video here, because I get I've had a few people that actually kind of asked me that, so I want to kind of touch on it while I'm actually in this portion of the build and building it, because I get asked, why did I go with 2x4 bricks on this? Part of the reason I went with 2x4 bricks is it's a very large building, and it's a hollow building, and I needed the strength on the walls. The other reason that I went with 2x4 bricks is because of the fact that I did the murals on the inside of the walls, and I wanted the back side of the mural to be hidden. But if you'll notice, the front walls are only 1 brick thick, and the reason those are that way is because I wanted to make both the interior and the exterior of the walls decorative, and I am... I am. I'm messing that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. And in order to do that, it was easier to just build everything in an offset using jumper bricks. And that was why I ended up coming up with the 1 thick wall on the facade of the building, because everything was done with jumper bricks, so that way it stuck out evenly both on the front and on the interior of the building. So that way you had 2, both inside and outside facades that were both very decorative and looked good. And hey, John Garrett, how are you, my friend? Hello to New Jersey. Holy crap, Brickman, dude, wow, thank you. That was awesome of you. You just entered... That would be the nuclear bomb that you were talking about, Kyle. You just got 100 entries into this. Thank you so much, Brickman. Dude, that was an amazing donation. Thank you so much. And then Kyle also did another $5 as well. But again, thank you so much, Brickman. That was awesome of you. And like somebody said, the nuke was just dropped. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And just so you're aware, because I'm not sure if you've been watching the streams or not, because once everything's said and done, I will be raffling this off, so that $100 donation counts for 100 raffle tickets. And again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. 1, 2, 1. But like I was originally saying, though, that is why the side walls were for rigidity, and then also to hide the murals in the walls. And then the front wall, it was 1 wide, so that way I could get decorative both on the outside and the inside of the build. And that's got to be a 3. And then for simple texture on the front, which is where I'm working now, all I did is I used these little guys in between each thing, in between each brick. And what you'll find as I'm going through this, because as you're going along, it's every 3 bricks I can put a 2x3 to lock that front post into the building. And then I went back to 2x2s. I did 3 of those, and then I do a 2x3 to lock it back into the building, and so far and so forth. And I appreciate that, Brickman, and thank you so much. That is very kind. He says, love the videos and I love supporting, and he says, must beat Kyle. Commence bombing run. And again, thank you so much, man. That was very kind of you. And I need a 1x1. I need 6. Oop, I also need... I just hope everybody likes this as much as I enjoyed building it. And absolutely, Paul, you nailed it on the head there, buddy. Brooks says Kyle about to drop $100, $101. Hey, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I did that. Okay, and that's good. I have those. And now I gotta put more of these. Well, you can never have enough. Can never have enough minifigs. 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why one of the biggest things that I used to do quite often. I'm trying to remember what was the most recent one, but they had one just last year. They're like the city packs. It'll come with like 15, 16 minifigs or whatever, and it'll be a themed pack. It'll either be the city pack, or it'll be the space pack, or it'll be underwater rescue pack, and things of that, hospital pack. But anytime I see stuff like that, I always buy them as well. But I do also like having sets so I can mix stuff around. Another question I get asked frequently, because once I start populating my city, and it's a common question that I'm asked, is I like using every single, because a lot of people when they build their Lego cities, let me try and get to the point here, trying to spit it out. A lot of people when they're building their Lego cities, they only use the yellow minifigs, where it looks like it's the yellow flesh. I use the flesh color, the yellow, the browns, the tans, black, whatever color minifig that they make, I use them. And the reason that I do that is because just like in the real world, you have multiple skin tones for people that are walking around in your cities, and I want my city to look as natural as I possibly can. And that's why once I start populating my city, you will notice things like that. And I know a lot of people, I don't know if it's a lot of people, but I've had a lot of questions about it as to why I do it. And that is why I do it, because to me it gives it another added sense of reality by having that touched in like that. 2. Thomas Hayes says, wow, $100. That might get a couple more 2x4s for that city extension. Actually, by me anyway, I know because somebody else had asked me that question earlier today on the vlog video. By me, why is that a 2x3? By me, the cost of lumber has actually dropped considerably. Just to give you kind of a marking point, if you will. When I built my barn, and again, for those of you that have never seen or don't know that I built my barn, when I built the barn, 2 years ago, because I put it up in 2019. When I was building it, 2x4s were $2.98 a piece is what I was paying for them. And when I just went to the lumber store yesterday, they were only $3.07. So there's only a 9 cent increase on the lumber. So to me, lumber prices have come way down, because a 9 cent increase over what it was 2 years ago, to me, that's right where prices should be. At least that's kind of how I look at it anyway. There they are. But somebody was asking me that because they were trying to get a house addition or some work on their house or something, and they were wanting to know what my thoughts were on what the prices of lumber were, because every quote that they're getting was kind of in the high side. So I tried to give him my thoughts and opinion on it as much as possible, but I know not prices everywhere have not fallen. It's just because they've fallen by me doesn't necessarily mean they've fallen that much everywhere. But yes, well, I mean, I'm adding 128 square feet to my existing. What the heck is it? 100 and 20 by 800. I got 160 square feet already, and I'm adding 128 square feet. So now I'm going to be at 298 square feet total for my city. And I do tend on adding more, but my biggest focus, and I'm trying to find, there they are. My biggest focus, my biggest reason, and that's supposed to be on this side, for doing that, I mean, I always planned to do that, but the only reason because I'm probably going to extend it more at some point in time in the future, but the reason that I'm extending it at that amount right now is because I really, really, really want to get at least the runway the full length that I wanted it. And for me to extend the runway the rest of the length that I wanted it, I thought it was roughly 4 feet to make the runway the full length. So once I'm done with what I'm calling my runway for my airport, the full length of that runway is going to be 12 feet in length, which is a very long runway. But to me, it'll give it that more, and that's not what I'm looking for. That's what it'll give it more of a realistic look, especially once the lights and all that stuff are added up for it. Good night, Kenneth, and thank you so much for hanging out with us, buddy. And I hope you have a great night, and we will see and talk to you tomorrow. Brickman says, from building an airsoft field, I feel on the wood. And like I said, it's, yeah, because if you're doing airsoft guns, you're doing all those little things that people can duck and hide and all that kind of stuff behind. Airsoft's a lot of fun, though. I used to love paintball also. I don't know if paintball is as popular today as it used to be, though, because when I was growing up, airsoft really wasn't that big of a deal. And what I mean by that is, airsoft guns now, man, they are freaking wicked. But when I was growing up, they weren't as powerful as they are today. But I can see why airsoft is so popular now, because I mean, they've got some really, and I mean really freaking cool airsoft guns. I've got, it's an M16 airsoft gun, and then I also got I'm trying to remember what the other thing was. It's a Glock 1911. Excuse me, it's a 1911, and it's CO2 charged. And man, it's got the recoil, or the recoil and all that with the pistol when you're shooting it. I mean, mind you, it's not as loud, and you don't have the kick like you would a real gun. But the recoil action of it, and then the fact that it shoots, and I mean, it'll break glass. It's really freaking cool, though. Yes, it's well, currently, Zabadak, just to give you kind of an idea. Currently, the runway that I already have on my table, because I always laugh when people say that my runway's not big enough, which I wasn't done building it yet anyway, so I never took offense to it. But currently, before I even do any of the additions on it, my runway is 7 feet long. So I'm only adding 5 feet. But to me, I think once you put that 5 feet on it, it's really going to be like, holy crap. why I jacked my jaw too much. That's why. I gotta finish this. Okay, I gotta do the other side. That's what it is. There we go. Now I'm back on track. $300 people on a weekend, that would be freaking awesome. Something I was always curious about with the airsoft, and mind you, I just the stuff that I have is just the little amounts of things that I've seen in stores or whatever, and I bought just to dabble around and have a little bit of fun with. But I have seen, I mean, because like I said, they've come a long way with that airsoft stuff. I know they have grenades and landmines and all this other really wicked cool stuff. So like I said, I only have two, but I like when I was growing up, what I was heavy into, and we had grenades and landmines and all that when I was in splatball, paintball, whatever you prefer to call it. But I used to love that, and the thing that was nice about it when you did splatball is people couldn't play the game of you didn't hit me, because man, you load that sucker up with some fluorescent paint, and when that thing hits them, it hits them. But I know the velocity on a lot of those airsoft guns, because the one that I have, you can adjust the velocity. And I had it turned down. And thank you so much, Ned B. Lego City. I'm going to put you down right now. But the velocity on my gun I know is adjustable. And I know if you turn it up, it hurts. Because me and my son have actually hit each other with them before. And it's like, ouch, is all I can say. Ned B. Berkeley Bricks, as far as sorting my parts, what I always do is I sort by part, and then if I get too much of one part in a bin, then I start separating it by color as well. If you look at all the bins behind me, and I can't get up and kind of quickly go through them all, but I do have a video on it. If you look through my backlog, I believe it's under helpful videos. And just to kind of give you an idea, as far as like my bricks, all the pieces that are right here behind me, those are bricks, and that's why you can actually see even up top is bricks. And those are only 1x1s, 1x2s, and 1x3s in a solid color, because I have a lot of each one of those types of bricks. And then like plates, like 2x2s, every and all color is sorted 2x2s into a drawer. And same thing with like 1x1s, same thing with 2x6, same thing with 2x8. So to me anyway, it's much easier to find parts if you sort by part. And then all you got to do is, if you're looking for a 2x2, you go to the 2x2 drawer, you open it up, and now you just look for the specific color that you're looking for that's inside of that drawer. And like I said, that's what works for me. But everybody has a difference of opinion. Some people sort by color. A lot of it also depends on how much you have. Obviously, I have an insane amount myself, so to me, sorting by part is much more helpful. And Thomas Hayes, I got you down for 5 tickets. Thank you so much. But some people, in not trying to go too scientific, I do know that for some people are right side thinkers, some people are left side brain thinkers, and that's why I said some people it works better by color coordination, and some people it works better by part coordination. But for me personally, sorting by parts is what works best. And yes, frozen paintballs suck. That's why I didn't like playing in the winter. I honestly thought I was hurt one time when I went and played splat ball, because it was in the winter. It was actually, well, I shouldn't say winter, it was late fall, but it was like a 30-degree day, so our paint was freezing. And I was Mr. Cool Man when I used to play, and I didn't have all my gear on, so it's my fault. When I say I didn't have all my gear on, I had a face mask on, and I had my camos on, but I didn't have a neck guard on. I thought I was too cool for that. It'll get in my way. Well, I got pegged right in the neck with a frozen ball, and I tell you what, I started wearing my neck gear after that, because I could not breathe for a solid minute. It took my breath away, and I was black and blue for a solid week on my throat. Forums for Lego City Builders. Best thing I could tell you is get on Facebook is probably the best place you're going to find. And get on a lot of those Lego groups. You'll find a lot of very helpful people there. You'll find a lot of very helpful people here, and even in my chat rooms, though. And I do always try to respond to people as much as I can. I can't always respond super quick, but I do pride myself in the fact that I try to be one of the most responsive people out here. So you can even ask any one of these people right here any question, and they are more than happy to help you. Thomas Hayes says, didn't know how to do round numbers on super chats, and you are more than fine, Thomas. No worries at all. Brickman says, currently got three. Oh, you got some nice guns. Night vision goggles. One of them we're putting 3D printing in the Lego rails. See, because I've never seen those grenades. I always wondered, are they weak? Do they explode enough to where it distributes it evenly? Because it's like some of the landmines that I seen, it was basically like a really oversized rat trap. They basically compress it, and you had like a little lid that you put in it, and you fill it with the pellets. But I always wondered if it actually hurt or not, or if you could feel it, because it kind of. And again, I've never done the airsoft stuff, so I don't know how it feels. But I always wondered if you could actually feel it, and if it's a good feel when you're playing it, because I want to know that I'm hit. I want to feel that flap of the stuff smacking me, so I know for a fact I was smacked. I'm looking for a part, and there they are. But I also know at my age, I don't know how well I would heal after doing that stuff, because I tend to bruise a little harder than I used to. But I would still like to go out and do it at least once. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Thomas says, I missed the old mock pages. I don't, when you say mock pages, was that something that was on Facebook as well? Where did my tile drawer? There it is. See, I never really knew of a lot of groups to go to for chats and whatnot. I do know there's a lot of Discord groups that you can join too. I'm not really sure how to find them though. And there it is. So I mean, off the top of my head, to give you a really good recommendation, I really don't know anything that's like awesome right off the top of my head. But I do know there are groups out there for people that would be willing and more than happy to. And why doesn't that look right? That's how I built it. Okay. Oh, that's right, because of this. Never mind. I understand what I'm doing now. John Garrett says, I played a lot. I never underestimated anyone who can shoot you with something moving at 300 frames per second. See, that's where I was talking about, like with my M16 that I have. I believe I can turn it up. Is it 600 that I can turn it up to? I don't know. It's crazy fast, and it's a fully automatic gun too. And it's just who. Thank you, Brickman. I appreciate that. He says, anytime I want to play him, if I come and visit, he's got me covered. Really? So you really got my curiosity peaked, man. Because like I said, I used to love playing all those war games, and that's part of the reason why I know we've had discussions before. As far as, because I was a big fan of G.I. Joe growing up. I don't know if that's what actually drove my passion for it. But that's kind of where I figured a lot of it came from. In Bricklock, Illinois, I got you. I'm going to write you down here in just a second. Thank you so much, my friend. But with me being such a big fan of G.I. Joe, I guess I always felt like I had to go out and play G.I. Joe. Play G.I. Joe for real, so to speak. But I used to have some really good times with that. That was something me and my brother actually used to go and do all the time. And it was, I don't know if anybody, Steve was the only one that was in here. I think that was from Michigan. But we used to go up to Mount Holly. They used to have some fields up there that you could play on. And that was where I used to go and do the splat ball tournaments. But again, that was paintball. But now with the airsoft, I know even paintball, even for that matter, I know they have a lot of indoor arenas now, which I think is freaking awesome. So now you can play year round. And I know they have airsoft tournaments now too, where when I was growing up, it was always paintball tournaments. And I need two more 2x6s. Two more. Well, I got one of them, so I'll build this one for the minute. So you got me wanting to go grab my gun now. my airsoft gun now. Unfortunately, though, I broke mine. And I shouldn't say that I broke it, but what it is from the action of it. And I don't know where you can get a replacement part for it. But the canister that holds the airsoft pellets in it, the little tit, for lack of a better word, there's like a little thing on the top of it that holds the airsoft pellet in place. One side of it snapped off, and I can't find any replacements for it. And I'm trying to catch up. Berkeley Brick says, have to go. And absolutely, you're welcome to stop by anytime, and thank you so much for hanging out with me, Berkeley Bricks. Hey, there's no place like Homes. Nice to see you, my friend. Yeah, see, that's when I was playing splat ball. That is when I was playing. It would have been in the 90s. It was like 90. I want to say the first time I played, it was 90. And then I played up until probably about 93, 94. Reenactments would be cool, too. That's something. Now, as far as the reenactment type stuff, and why can't I find a 2x6? As far as the reenactment stuff went, I was always a big fan of Knights of the Round Table Renaissance. My thing with Renaissance, though, is I don't have the kahunas to do what those guys do as far as the jousting. That takes some major freaking cojones. And hey, Macro Bricks, how are you, buddy? And I got you down, my friend. For 2. So I got you 2 raffle tickets, my friend. And yes, watching. I have a lot of old swords, new swords. They're new swords for me anyway. Oh, I don't even have paintball anymore. They could rope paint at you. I don't remember mine being an auto cocker. The guns that I had, and again, I'm talking like 90s when I used to play. What I had is I used to wear a canister on my back. It was compressed air bottle. You'd put it on the back, and then I had the hose that came off the bottle from the bottom to come up, and then I'd have it in my gun. And then on my gun, because I wanted to have a ton of ammo, trying to watch myself, I wanted to have a ton of ammo. So what I used to do is I used to make my own. And thank you so much, Tommy Nielsen. He just joined the Bronze membership. And don't forget to go to community tabs to make sure that you log into Discord as well. And again, thank you so much, Tommy. And I'm going to count that as a entry into the raffle as well, my friend. Nielsen. But what I used to do is I used to take 2-liter bottles, because the mouth on a 2-liter bottle was just enough to hold a paintball. And then I would take it, cut 2 in half, wrap it with black tape because I wanted it black, I wanted it dark, spray paint it a little bit, whatever, get some green on it. And then I would have this big contraption hanging off the top of my gun, and I could run around, and because my gun was automatic, and I could just freaking unload the fury. The problem was, though, is keeping the compressed air full in the jar. It got to be a little expensive because I would usually go through like 2 bottles during a session, at least 2 bottles. But I always had my sidearm too that I would keep if I had a jam, because that was my biggest problem with the gun being an automatic. And again, I'm talking 30-year-old technology when I did paintball. My gun used to jam all the time, and then once it jammed, you were kind of screwed, and that's why I always had the small pistol. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that would be like an unlimited supply of freaking Which you could order. 'Cause you used to get Splat Ball magazine, and in the back of the magazine, you could order the rounds in like 5,000 rounds, and it'd come in a big box. So, no problem. Totally understand, Ned. And cheers, Tommy Nielsen. Again, thank you so much for joining the membership, buddy. I'm glad to see you. And what was... I got talking about paintball, and I lost track. Oh, I was trying to find a 2x6, and I don't know, I had one more sitting around. Those are 2x8s. Those are my arches. Those are 2x4s, 2x2s. I need plates though. This is 1x8s. I can only find a couple more 2x6. Holy crap, Kyle. Kyle just donated 20. So it's got you down for another 20, buddy. He says, here, I'll do another 20 ticket, and my airsoft gun is a Sawmill 249. I only have on fire mode, and it's full automatic. Just need to upgrade it. That is awesome, Kyle. And again, thank you so much, buddy. Kyle Dunbar, 20. Paintball tank. Wow. I can imagine I would be running from that thing too. It's just a 500-pounder. Holy crap. I can't imagine that. A freaking tank. Now, when you say a tank, I'm assuming you're talking about, I mean, like a small ATV thing that you could actually get in and drive around, and it as it shoots. That would be freaking insane. And I don't think I would want to be anywhere near that thing. I am struggling to find, and I thought I went through every bag now. There's 2x8s. Unless I just found another piece I was shorted. Oh, there it is. I see it. Ta-da. It was hiding on me. Now I need the jumpers. And those were... Yeah, I'm not sure how much you've even donated, Kyle, to be honest. I haven't sat and counted it, but I know you got to be... I know it isn't 100, but I bet you've done at least $50 worth, Kyle. So you got at least 50 raffle tickets. because you have done a ton, man. I know it probably don't seem like it to you, but in holy crap. See, Kyle, you're talking, and now Brickman fires back at you. And I got you down for another 20, Brickman. The artillery has started. I know something else that needs work too, Paul. Just saying. Abandoned YMCA property was like an APC with a turret. It had 3 semi. Man, that had to be a freaking blast. And yeah, I can imagine it sucked not being in it, but if you were in it, it was probably a blast. I know the grounds that we used to play on, they had a couple buildings and stuff, and if you could take over the base, is what we'll call it, because they had dugouts and stuff, you could actually sit in there and kind of hold out for quite a while. If you were one of the people that was lucky enough to get into that base anyway, you could bunker down and you could keep people off you. Because we used to do like capture the flags and stuff too. And what did I miss? 2x2 red. There we go. And 1x4 red. 1x3. I just had that bag. There it is. Kyle was treating the donations like it's a certain kind of club. But that is what I was going to say, Kyle, is I thought accumulatively, because this is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is like stream number 4. And I know every single stream you've done at least 20 to 30 or 40 or... Bricks for Life, hello, how are you? And welcome to the chat and welcome to the channel. How are you? And what am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't need that one. And I need 2x2. And then I need 1x2s. Four, 5. Get out of there. 6, 7, 8. And Kyle, I got you again, buddy. Thank you so much, Kyle. Did I? Yeah, okay. Small fire back. Don't want to push it too hard. Are you scared of Brickman? That's what I'm seeing, Kyle. Just teasing you. 2, 3. But yes, I mean, I can see where a tank would be freaking amazing. Yes, that would be like the ultimate toy there. A tank airsoft, yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Please is what I would say. As long as I could be the pilot. Kyle says, don't say that. There's a 500 button. Kitty Gang, hi, how you doing? Did I? No. We used to pick teams by everyone had to pick a bag which contains a certain flag color. If there was an odd number of players, there was one green flag. He was the lone wolf and he was on his own. Now with the lone wolf, does that mean that he, you say he's on his own, so does that mean he was just totally solo without a team, or he could play on any team he wanted to? Because that would be interesting. If you were the lone wolf, you could actually play spy or whatever. Try and play sides. And just hope to God they don't turn on you and kill you. But I could still see that being a lot of fun. Oops. I need 2 6s. And then I need a 1. So he was just, okay, so he was just solo. That would actually be pretty freaking cool, though. So that would, you would want to be like a sniper or something if you were the lone wolf. You know, this is where I was talking about, because you see how I got all these. I don't know if you can see it or not anyway. I'm hoping you can see it. This is where now you'll put the 2x3 gray to interlock that column in, because now you're even. That's why I said it's every 3. You can lock it together. 2, 3. Now here's the suck part, and this is what I mean by this. I need my windows. It's going to take me at least a week or 2 before I see them, though. Yeah, I think we all found $1 million inside our Monopoly games. Too bad it wasn't real. I know we all used to think about it and wish it was real. I know I sure as heck did. And Brickman, holy crap, he said pew pew. Shots fired. Thank you so much again, Brickman, putting you down for another 50. Holy crap, dude. He says, pew pew. Kyle, don't worry. I'll stop now. Still need to buy some sets next week. It's all right. You got Kyle worried. He's gonna fire shots back. I promise. I will be shocked if he don't. Now here's where I'm wondering, because I need to start putting the windows in, but I don't have the correct windows yet. They're still on their way. Oops. I'm smacking that with my head. Hold on 1 second. I don't. Trying to. See, and this is why just to show you, this is why I changed it, because this was their solution to go in here, and I just thought that looked hideous. Here's what I'm going to do until I get the actual windows, just so I can keep going. I am going to put in, and these are brown, But this is, it's going to be light gray windows of these that the set should come with. That was the official change that I made to the set. But I'm just putting in these brown ones for now because I have a bunch of them. Absolutely, I can see why you enjoy collecting those. They're a lot of fun having the minifigs. And Brickman for the kill is what Paul Bot said. Crap, it's getting late, guys. I'm actually up way later than I anticipated, but I did start a little late. But on that note, I'm going to stop here. Like I said, these are going to get changed out with gray, just so you know. I'm just substituting these because this is how it's going to be once I get the actual pieces from LighTake. But I'm just going to substitute it with brown now because I don't think I have enough in light gray to actually do this. But I do need to end for tonight, and I am going to try and stream again tomorrow. And thank you guys so much for shots fired because you guys shot a lot of fires tonight. And let me roll that beautiful bean footage. And holy crap, this is going to be very, 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 very long. So let's get started with that bean footage. Because I like to take a moment and holy crap. And at the last second, Kyle throws in a nuke. Holy cow. Thank you, Kyle. Just want to make sure you understand and hear. I caught your last 100. Dude. Thank you. But anyway, I want to give a very special thanks to you for everybody that's supported the stream with the super chats. And holy crap, guys. Specifically, let me start off by saying thank you to Paul Bot, Kenneth Swan, Kyle Dunbar, Aussie Adams Bricks, Brick Sargent, Brooks Bricks, Greg Bissett, Scott's Blocks, Tommy Nilsson, Easy Craftsman, Brickman, Ned B. Lego City, Thomas Hayes, Bricklock, Illinois, Macro Bricks, and newest member, Tommy Nilsson. Again, thank you so much, guys. I totally appreciate that. And holy crap, I have to give a very, very, very special welcome and thank you to both Kyle and Brickman, because you guys have just been smoking it tonight with the nuclear bomb drops. But anyway, guys, Stream War, that's exactly what it was. Anyway, though, guys, I like I said, I hope to be back on tonight. And again, thank you so much for that awesome donations. And thank you so much for everything. I really do appreciate it. Without guys like you supporting me constantly, I wouldn't continually try to push and do what I'm doing. But anyway, as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below. And hopefully we'll see you guys on next time on Bevan's Bricks. Take care, everybody, and I hope you have a good night.